F-150 in the shop, and we are going to pull the engine out. But this engine is locked up. Tried to turn it over by the balancer, and won't turn over. So what I did was I pulled the oil pan off, and I'll show you. Quick. Pull the oil pan off to try and see whether anything like it through a rod or something. But by looking at it, I don't see any rods broken, or I don't see any. I see a discoloration of those two rods there, but I don't see any thing that's broke. But it did have some plastic stuff down in the oil pan, and I'm thinking you can see there's some plastic right there. Trying to put the light on it. It's a little piece of plastic right there. Well, it was more of that in the oil pan. And what I'm thinking is the timing chain then came off and wrapped around the crank. And you can see the two chains on there, but they might be wrapped around the cams or something. But definitely there's plastic there. So that's telling you that something has came apart and made it lock up. But I can only get to that one bell housing bolt back there. I mean, not bell housing bolt. God dang it. Torque converter bolt. So I got to get the motor where it's spin over, where I can get to the other ones. So hopefully when I pull the timing chain off, cover off, which I got everything completely took off of it, I'm gonna try and slide it away from up under the valve covers and take it off without having to pull the valve covers off. But once I get that off, I'll be able to tell what then came unglued and got it locked up where it won't turn. So we're gonna go from there. Timing cover off. You can see all the aluminum shavings where the chain had been slapping the timing cover on both sides. Again, all that plastic stuff is because the guide is just gone, completely gone. It's supposed to have one, I think, like this on the other side, but you see it's missing. You can see where the chain was rubbing and snapping this bolt. So, but it still won't turn over. I put a ratchet on it. Let's see. Put my torque wrench on it, and it still won't turn over. So I'm thinking it could be in the bearing, rod bearing, the one that's discolored. It could be locked up in the bottom end, but I'm going to finish taking these tensioners and stuff off and get the, so I can see this cam over here moving a little bit. I don't know about this one. I mean, it could be locked up in the cam, but the chains are still tight. So I'm gonna finish taking the tensioners off of it, take the chains off of it, and then if that don't work, we'll have to go up on the bottom, unless the oil pump locked up, which it was very low on oil. So anyway, let's get back on it. So after checking the oil pump and removing the timing chains, I did find that the two rods that I was looking at that was discolored, they are the ones that was locked up. So what I did was I loosened the rod cap on one of them right here. I just loosened the bolt up a little bit, and she started to turn over. So it's actually those is discolored, those are the ones that got hot and locked up. And now it'll turn over so I can get to the bolt. I don't know if I can do it, but I got one bolt out already. It's still kind of stiff. Let's see that. Hard to do it and hold up. It's still stiff though, but sheer turn. Just enough so I can get to the torque converter bolts. If I can loosen this other rod cap here, the one that's next to it, loosen it up, it'll probably turn a little freer. But it was at the point where I couldn't get to both of the bolts. But yeah, I got two bolts out already, two nuts. I mean, I'm trying to get it to. It's hard to reach up through this frame when the ratchet keeps falling off and you got dirt falling on you. There she goes. Ooh, she's still locked up though. It's coming around to it. So that'll be the third one there, and then the next one will be the fourth one. So as long as I can get a full rotation, get the last one out, I'm good to go. But it wasn't locked up in the timing cover like I suspected. But it did have some broken guides. There's all the broken pieces there that fell out of the timing cover when I took it apart. But yeah, this motor's toast. I just been ran low on oil. Now changing the oil, and that's what it do to them guides. Them guides get hot and brittle, and they'll start breaking off, and your bearings will start wearing out due to the oil not being, you know, thick and clean. So anyway, we got a working turbo, and now we can start taking all this other stuff off and get this old engine out of here. So that's going to be it for this session of the video of this project here. I try and update when we get ready to snatch it out. I mean, I try and keep pretty good update on the removal if I can. I really need to get this thing going because I need the truck to make money and get around. So we'll get back